So I just came across a certain individual's channel that, by the way, I like, and it's kind of funny, guys, because when you come across these people's channel, most of them are readers, of course. So when you come across some of these readers' channel, they'll be talking about some really good stuff, and then all of a sudden you start noticing they start digging at your psychology. But the good news about me is that I don't mind digging into my psychology. Matter of fact, my whole YouTube channel is dedicated to me digging into my own psychology. So whatever anybody's saying that can just add to my authenticity, I'm like, cool. So y'all see the title, it says real love is boring. And this individual spends 50 minutes, I think 30, maybe 30 minutes talking about your childhood and how what you may want. Maybe you just think you want that, and maybe like certain people you choose in your life to be your spouse or whatever, or even who you're dating and stuff like that. It can be based on your childhood trauma. The thing about counseling, guys, is that if you notice with counseling, everything that they're saying is true, but it's like an element to it that it's like, no shit. Like, if somebody grows up a certain way, if this world constructs you to be a certain way, you're going to be that way until you decide to change it yourself. You're not going to change because somebody else told you to change. You're going to change because something fundamentally inside you has to want to change. Now, just to get to the subject matter, in my opinion, is real love boring? Not when you love yourself. See, regardless of what you say about this dating thing and who you decide your spouse. I mean, guys, how many people are getting divorced in the celebrity world? The divorce rate in America, I believe, is 65 to 70%. Is anybody? I mean, why is that? Okay, so you could say maybe half those people got married to the wrong people, and it's because of their perspective of how they grew up, and you end up looking for, you develop this, how do you say, come on, man, it's right there on my tongue. It's the syndrome when you fall in love with your abuser. I don't know why I can't think what that is right now. As soon as I cut the recording off, I know exactly what it is. It's the syndrome that you have when you fall in love with your abuser. So if you had a certain type of treatment growing up and you were told that's what love is, you're going to go out and find somebody just like that because it's familiarity. But that's why I made the video talking about familiarity is not familiarity. So I'm glad this individual brought that up, because you're just magnifying my point. That's the whole thing about familiarity isn't familiarity. But let me say this, guys, because I don't want to keep this long about this love thing. Yeah, most of us end up getting with somebody for maybe reasons other than love. But does that really matter when all you have to love is yourself? Let me tell you something. Regardless of who you decide to date out here and marry, at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself. You know why? Because that person, you're not promised. Nobody's promised tomorrow. The only way I can love somebody is to love myself. That's it. I can't. There are people who come into my life who tried to dictate my love for myself. I've dated girls who try to do things to make me have less love. You know why? Because they jealous of how much love I have for myself. So they might do something. Maybe they may not return your phone call. I was dating the chick I dated in Vegas. She do stuff like that. Once people realize how much you love yourself, they start picking with you. Because they're trying to love them, right? They're trying to learn how to love themselves. You might love yourself a little bit more. But it ain't about me saying I love. I had an African dude tell me, never tell your wife you love her. Bobby Hemmett said the same thing. I'm gonna talk about that later, guys, because I don't want to be long. The moral of the story is you have to love yourself. I'm telling y'all too, when you love yourself fully, you're gonna watch a world that is knee deep in picking with you. It could be coming from your wife. It could be coming from your children, your family, whoever. People gonna be picking with you because they don't understand you. They don't understand how you got that amount of love for yourself. And with me, it shows. So I get a lot of beef and static from people. The only people I can be around tolerate these days is people, I wouldn't say they gotta love themselves just as much as I love myself, because that's rare. But they gotta have some love for them. We just put it that way. They gotta like who they are, man. If you don't like who you are, I cannot be your friend. I cannot be your spot. I cannot be nothing to you, because all you're gonna do is be jealous and spiteful and hateful. You're gonna do little things to nitpick with me and stuff when I ain't even did nothing. That's my experience, guys. I gotta close this out, but no, I be hearing stuff from these people, man. Y'all ain't telling me nothing that I didn't already make. You know what I mean? How much time I spent alone to think about stuff. That's why I'm so comfortable with coming on here and talk about it. But I gotta go, guys. But look, whoever you decide to put up with in your life, at the end of the day, you better have love for yourself. That's all I gotta say. Whoever it is.